You're working with SAP S/4HANA Cloud. You've probably hit this exact problem. You need to customize a business process, but which tool do you actually use? It's a really critical decision, you know? It can affect your efficiency right now and your flexibility way down the road. Today, we're going to break down the two main options to help you make the right call. Think about it. Every business has its own quirks, its own special way of getting things done. That's just a fact. And while standard software is great, it almost never fits every single one of your unique processes like a glove. And that's exactly where custom workflows come in. They're the bridge between how the software wants to work and how your business really works. So what are we even talking about when we say workflow? Well, at its core, it's just a defined path for a piece of work. Imagine a super smart, automated to-do list that knows exactly who to send a task to next, making sure every single step gets done in the right order. It's kind of the secret sauce that keeps things moving smoothly. All right, let's start with the tried and true option, the built-in SAP business workflow. This has been the go-to tool for a long time and for some really good reasons. It's robust, it's reliable, and it's deeply, deeply integrated right into the system. So when would you use this thing? Well, this is where the classic tool really shines. It's an absolute workhorse for those high-volume, repetitive tasks. You know, think about a multi-level approval chain for a big purchase order. That's a perfect use case. Or imagine automatically kicking off a workflow the second an error pops up. That's the kind of power we're talking about with this built-in solution. And how does it work? Honestly, it's pretty straightforward. It all starts when you identified a need, maybe during one of those fit-to-standard workshops. Then an expert jumps into a specific app and configures the whole thing. And finally, boom, the task just appears in the right person's inbox, ready to be worked on. It's a seamless experience that just works. Okay, so that's the classic. But what if you need more? What if your process needs to be more flexible? Or maybe it needs to cross over into different systems? Well, that's where the modern evolution comes into play. SAP Build Process Automation. And trust me, this isn't just a simple update. It's a whole new ballgame. Now, to really get what SAP Build Process Automation is all about, you gotta pop the hood and see what's inside. And its foundation, it's the very same powerful engine that drives those classic workflows we just talked about. So you know it's built on proven, reliable technology. But then we add something else powerful into the mix. SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation, or RPA for short. This is all about using bots to automate all those manual, repetitive, click-heavy digital tasks that people hate doing. So you take that super solid workflow engine, you add the magic of RPA, and what do you get? You get SAP Build Process Automation. It's truly the best of both worlds all fused together into one single, powerful platform. So what does this actually mean for you? Well, because it runs on the SAP Business Technology Platform, or BTP, it can connect processes across your entire company, not just inside S/4HANA. And here's the real game changer. It's a low-code/no-code platform. That means you don't have to be a hardcore developer to build some seriously powerful automations. This just opens up a whole world of possibilities for business users to build what they need themselves. All right, we've met our two contenders. On one side, the classic, built-in tool. On the other, the modern, flexible platform. So how do you actually choose between them? Let's put them head-to-head and see what we find. Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. With SAP Business Workflow, you get the amazing convenience of a tool that's already built in. For pretty standard stuff, the setup is really fast and straightforward. On the other hand, with SAP Build Process Automation, it is a separate tool on BTP. It might take a bit more initial setup, but its low-code approach could save you a ton of time in the long run. And when you think about maintenance, having your workflows on BTP could make future changes and updates a whole lot easier to manage. Look, at the end of the day, there's no single right answer here. It's not about which tool is better in some abstract way. It's about which tool is better for you, for your specific project right now. And that brings us to this right here, the single most important piece of advice to keep in mind. It's a balancing act, you see. You've got to weigh the short-term win, how fast and efficient is the setup, against the long-term one. How easy is this thing going to be to maintain and change as the business evolves? So here's the final question you really need to ask yourself. Are you optimizing for efficiency now or flexibility for the future? If you're solving a simple, stable problem that's not likely to change much, the classic tool might be your best friend. But if you're building a complex process that crosses different departments and you know it's going to need to adapt and evolve over time, well, then the modern platform is probably the way to go.
Welcome to the Explainer.